All right. Sounds like a Sprite commercial.
It does.
Or
It's like
some
that,
kind of
like,
drink commercial.
Like that one with LeBron James where everyone just goes, ah.
Yeah, that's a Sprite because I'm pretty sure he's
Yeah.
a sponsor of Sprite.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep Joe's intro in there, but I think there should be music. So yeah. Anyways,
I
was
guarantee
amazing.
there's not music.
Hey, you need to trust my ability.
I don't. I don't know.
But yeah,
Hey
that was
everyone, episode 5.
hello.
Welcome.
Hi.
Like
that. Sponsored by not Sprite. We wish. We're trying to get the Nabisco sponsor. We
Yeah.
contacted their officials.
Also not sponsored by Oreos, but
I know.
you
Would
know,
you guys
Oreos,
like
if
us
you
to
wanna
be
hit me
sponsored
up.
by? Would you guys like us to be sponsored by Oreos? Because I would.
I would like us to
personally
be sponsored by Oreos.
I mean, I might be 6,000 pounds, but
That's
know.
okay. I go to the gym, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, me either. I run every day, so I'm not worried either. But no one body shames anymore, so it's all good. We could just go to Planet Fitness, and then everything would be good because they have the lunk alarm. But yeah, what's up, guys and girls? How has it been for you guys? Let us know in the comments. We are glad that you guys are tuning in for the 5th episode. Joe, how have you been? I know you have been playing lots of games and not
great,
working.
And now I'm sad because I was playing Fallout 76 beta all week, and today was the last day for it, and now I'm sad because it's over.
But it's coming back
In
for
like
the
10
final.
days.
Yeah. Well, November 11th, right? Is when it comes out?
14th.
14th?
I think so. I'm about to
11th.
Google and confirm.
Yeah, I thought it was 11th, but
Fallout
no, yeah. So we can talk about that some
14th.
more.
Got him.
Okay. We can talk about that some more in a little bit. But how has the rest of your week been though? Have you gotten good sleep?
It's been great. I took 2 days off after Halloween, so I basically had a 4-day weekend. Actually, technically, it was more like a 5-day weekend because even though I went to work on Halloween, everyone at my work dresses up on Halloween, so you don't actually do work. So it was basically I had a 5-day weekend. So
Nice.
and I streamed on Wednesday as Captain Jack Sparrow. It was an okay stream. No one showed up, but I didn't really say much because I was partly tired because I had been in the costume for 13 hours ish, and if you wear eye makeup for that long, it gets kind of heavy on your eyelids, and my eyelids were struggling to stay up.
He looked like death.
And I was afraid to say too much because I can't do a great Captain Jack Sparrow impression, the voice and the accent and all that. So I didn't want it to sound like some amateur who didn't know what he was doing.
Which we all know you
But
are.
I didn't want to also just break characters halfway through the stream and talk in my normal voice, which I ended up doing anyways. So there was a lot of just silence of Captain Jack Sparrow just sitting there playing Call of Cthulhu, which I beat in 6 hours.
Yeah, I was kind of I don't know. His costume is really good, guys. We're probably gonna have some stream highlights of that and of Fallout because they did some funny stuff in Fallout because we just want to share it with you guys.
Yeah.
But his costume is great. You guys should check it out. He played a terrible game, which I think he should have played other stuff, but it's okay. It doesn't matter.
Cthulhu. It was not the best game. It was not worth $45 at all. I beat it in 6 hours, 7 hours, something like that. And okay, so it's one of those adventure horror, sort of point and click games.
Right.
Look for clues and all this and that. But the clues don't even let you do much. They just sometimes open up new dialogue options with different characters, and that's mainly how you progress. And at certain points in the game, depending on which dialogue option you choose, you'll get a message that says, "Oh, your destiny has been changed or affected by this decision or whatever." But when I got to the end of the game, it gave me 3 options, and the game has multiple endings because obviously if your destiny is changing, it's sort of like the butterfly effect with Until Dawn.
Oh gosh.
But
Don't even
this one
start
had
on that.
3 distinct different endings that I know of anyways, and it didn't matter what I chose. how my destiny was changed, because I could choose whichever of the three that I wanted to at the very end. And once I finished watching it, I just reloaded the save file because it saves right before you do that. And I just picked the other two options. So I got to watch all three
Hacked
endings without having to play the game 3 different times. But it's like they do all this like, oh, your destiny has been changed or whatever. And like, there's no payoff for it. So it was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And it was really short.
See, and this might be unpopular opinion, I don't know, but I just don't think the horror action adventure games are good. I think they're not good. I don't see the appeal, and people can get mad at me if they want, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem fun. Like, I don't know. I feel like most content creators that do it for the Let's Plays, they just do it for content because it's funny when they react.
Yeah.
Like, I don't actually think they enjoy the game. Like, unless they just, I know some people love horror stuff, and I know that people love to be scared sometimes, like some people do for some reason. I don't really understand that. But AKA Cole. But I don't know. I don't understand the appeal in those games. They're not fun. Like, you don't do anything. I don't know. That's just me.
So like, I will say the story concept of Call of Cthulhu was really interesting. Because, like, oh, you know, this family has been murdered, but it's like, and the wife supposedly started it because she's like crazy. And this dude's like, well, no, like, that's my daughter. Like, I know my daughter. I don't think she was that crazy. Can you please look into this detective, whatever, Pierce. Detective Pierce is who you play.
Right.
So you're like, fine, whatever. I'll go check it out. So you go to the mansion. Of course, it's on like a creepy island. And it's a creepy mansion. And it's tended to by a creepy groundskeeper. But then you find out that the fire wasn't an accident. It wasn't on purpose. It was an accident. It's like one of the two. Like, either it was on purpose and it's an accident, or it was an accident and you find out it's on purpose. One of the two. I think it was, you think it's an accident and you find out it was on purpose. Which I'm like, okay. And then soon after that, spoilers by the way, you find that the father of the family is still alive, and he's like half Cthulhu. He's like half of a squid monster. And you're just
Squidward.
Like, you're just like, what the frick? Okay, so this is the bad guy of the game. After that, the game gets super trippy. You're like, what the frick is going on? And the game doesn't, so like, that's a great setup, but like, the game doesn't explain a whole lot after that. You're just like, okay, so that dude's just alive and a squid monster now. And, you know, this other dude that he just stabbed through the gut with his tentacle hand should be dead. Oh, but he's alive and well. Okay. Like, huh? And then like, even all the way at the end, like, you sort of can kind of piece together like what the heck they're trying to narrate with this story. And again, spoilers if you didn't hear me the first time. But basically there's this giant monster fish thing. It's not even Cthulhu. It's just like a giant like green blob that kind of sort of looks like a squid, but not really. I don't know what the heck it is, but every time you look at it, it gives you like a panic attack. And the people of the town were eating the meat of the thing. And
that's disgusting.
And because of that, they were all having nightmares, and they formed a cult around it. And they're like, and that somehow leads them to like think Cthulhu is real. And it gives like the mom the ability to like make magical paintings that conjure freaking like demons from another dimension. It's really confusing. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
We should definitely not buy the game.
Yeah, don't buy that game. I don't, unless you're gonna spend like $10 on it. Like if there's like a Steam summer sale or something. But like, don't pay full price. Don't even pay like half price. I'd say maybe it's worth $20, $25.
I think maybe $5 is what I'm willing to pay for it. I just like, this is what, okay, I remember you saying that you said that it's almost better just to watch someone play the game. And that's what I feel like. It's like, I don't, like, that stuff's really interesting to me. Like, the story's really cool, right? But it's like, and I really like story-driven games, but I actually like The Last of Us, or, Uncharted or, whatever, Red Dead Redemption or something. But like all those games feel really fun to play. Like you actually get to play the game.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I just feel bad for these horror games because it's like you could almost just make it like a digital board game. Like it doesn't even need to be a video game. Like it could be literally an interactive movie. Like that's all it is. It's not even like I don't know. It's just I don't know how it's successful because it's almost like everyone likes watching it, but there's no point for them to buy it. Like I feel like a content creator can just buy it because they can just I don't know. I just feel like people that watch Markiplier or whatever, they watch him do all the horror games. I highly doubt that like I highly doubt that like I don't even know a percentage. Like 80% of them buy the game that he plays. I bet they just watch. Like there's really like no point for them to play. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Yeah. I just don't know how to feel about it. It just doesn't. I don't know. It's just not my type. I don't know. It's not my type.
I don't know. I just don't understand what makes Call of Cthulhu so popular because like the bad guys' motivations aren't even explained. Like obviously like they want to call Cthulhu and like that's one of the endings. Again, spoilers. And that's actually the coolest ending in my opinion. Like you actually like summon Cthulhu and it looks awesome because he's like this 200-foot tall like Titanic like figure, and you don't even like see him. You just see like his silhouette because like of like lightning crashing down or whatever.
Right.
But like they don't ever say like why they want to do it or like what caused them to like be like, oh no, this is totally the right way. Like they want to like end the world and rebuild it with like Cthulhu's help or something. And like just as it so happens, like the detective you play is like the one person they need to like do the ritual or something. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, there's also, to be fair, I will say this. There's a lot of like books and notes and other things that you pick up that you can read that might give some like background info behind like motivations and all that. Some of it is just like, oh, here's like a history of like the island that you're on or like this person or whatever, but I don't think it does.
I just can't wait to pick up that note, man, and read it. Gameplay's super strong. Can we title this podcast Call of Doo-Doo?
No, because then people are going to think it's about Blops 3 or 4 or something.
No, hey, so speaking of Blops, I gave in 3.5 weeks there. I bought Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Literally like 2 days after the podcast, he's like, all right, I'm giving in. And he buys Blops 4.
I traded in some stuff because like I'm not using my Xbox, so I traded in like a controller and stuff. Got it for like a used price. It was nice, but I freaking like it. I love it. It's great. I want some more of it.
Try it so hard I can't rise above it.
Exactly. I can't rise above it. My opinion on it, we can talk briefly about Black Ops, but I actually really like the game. I think Treyarch's the best developer for Call of Duty. I mean, Infinity Ward used to be good, but then they made Ghosts, and then they made Infinite Warfare, and now, it's whatever. But, side note, apparently, for the next Call of Duty, it's Infinity Ward, which is like the cycle. But everyone that made Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2, which were the two of the best Call of Duty games, Modern Warfare 2 is probably my favorite, but they have their old members coming back to Infinity Ward to make the game.
Interesting.
So it's going to be very interesting because...
Where did you hear that, though?
I read it online, and the streamer that follows me, and I follow him, he told me about it as well. And so... that's going to be really interesting because if they hold up to their standard that they did those two games, those are some of the best Call of Duty games. So I'm kind of excited about that. But enough about that. But yeah, Black Ops 4, Treyarch's one of my favorite developers. I've played the most on Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 online. And so on this one, I'm really having a lot of fun. I have not played Blackout mode yet just because I'm not really into battle royales, but I'm probably going to give it a try though. Make a video on it. I think it'll be pretty funny. But so multiplayer is fun. The only thing that I would say that I wish that was different was I wish that so in the Black Ops 3 you didn't unlock all your specialists. So specialists are like people that have like supers and stuff, like in Destiny pretty much.
Yep.
In Black Ops 4 all of them are unlocked already, and you can kind of pick which one you want to play. The reason they did that is because they're trying to make it more like competitive, like esports, where like you can only choose one specialist to match. Like no one can choose the same one. Because in Black Ops 3, you could just run however many you wanted. And so they make it more like a MOBA in a sense, where you have to pick before the match.
I think they took some of them out though, because.
What do you mean?
So I was at Cole's last night, and he has Black Ops 4, so we were playing that a little bit, like multiplayer. And I noticed that Sparrow wasn't on the list.
Oh yeah, some of them aren't. They made some new ones and they took some out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So Sparrow was my favorite specialist from Black Ops 3. She shot an exploding arrow.
Yeah. One hit kill basically.
Yeah. It was awesome. But they actually added. So they took her out. They took the robot out that cloned itself. Probably like one other one I think. But then they added a couple other people. But so what they have in Black Ops 4 multiplayer is you have a self heal, so you don't regen your health automatically anymore.
Yeah.
At all, actually. So you have to press L1 or whatever it's on, whatever platform you're on, to heal, which is important because you can actually take that off. You can use it for another perk, or you can put an attachment or use another weapon or whatever you want to do, because they let you do whatever you want with your setup. And you can replace it with other stuff too. But every specialist now has a second ability, because in Black Ops 3 you had 2 supers that you could choose one of them. Now you have a super and an ability that's almost like a mini super, because for some of them, like I like playing the flamethrower dude Firebreak, because he has this radiation thing where you can radiate enemies through walls and they die eventually. It's like really cool. And he says, "I hope you brought SPF 5000." It's like a really freaking amazing line.
That's awesome.
But so the specialists are cool, but the thing I just wish they had right now was more customization with the specialists. They have it, but it's on the battle pass, like progression tier thing, which is fine to me. Like I don't have much of an issue as other people do that are just like got all their like pants in a wad, like they're just like freaking out about it because like it's ridiculous. But like it's no different than Fortnite. So besides, like I know you don't have to buy Fortnite, but you still have to buy the pass. You don't have to buy the pass for this. You can progress, and so all the customization is behind that. So in the other one, they had some really cool customization that you could do for your specialist that you unlock through like challenges, which they don't have in this yet. Maybe they will, but yeah, that's really the only thing though. Besides that though, it was really fun. It's really fun, and I'm enjoying it.
The zombies mode there's a lot to it.
So yeah, what did you do at Cole's? Like, so talk about what did you guys do on Black Ops, and what did you do at Cole's?
So we started off in multiplayer, which by the way, apparently I don't know if this is like everyone or just Cole or what, but like we could not get Black Ops 4 to work with multiplayer split screen for like a good 30 minutes. It would just like, because we tried doing 3 players and it would just crash whenever like a third player joined.
I didn't think you could do 3-player
for like split screen. So then, or maybe it wouldn't just let us. I don't know. So we set up a second Xbox with Black Ops 4 on it. So I used that one, and then him and Sean just did double team, like split screen. And every time like we try to get that going, like their game would freeze basically, and then have to like restart it. Finally, we got it to work though. And so we did a couple of matches just so me and Sean could get used to like the gameplay, because we were going to just do zombies. But me and him hadn't played before. I did terrible my first game. I did a little bit better my second game. But then we did a third game. They got kicked because their game froze. So then I just was by myself and like whoever else was on my team. And that time I did really well. So I think they were just dragging me down.
Oh my gosh.
Because yeah, I got my super like right away pretty much, which I did the dude with the dogs, Nomad.
Oh, Nomad. Yeah, Nomad.
So I called him Mr. Fluffles, and he killed about like 3 people for me, and that was really nice.
Yeah, the dog's pretty good.
So then we did zombies, and I didn't understand anything. I knew we could, like the core gameplay mechanics of zombies, like you kill zombies to get points, you use points to buy weapons and unlock new areas, and that was about it. So I also knew there were like elixirs, but I don't know what they all do. And like each one has like a symbol. It's locked to like your D-pad, which ones you can use, but they don't really tell you what they do. So I was just kind of guessing like, okay, that one has like a clock on it, so that's probably like cooldown for something. I don't know. So I just used that randomly. And then the mystery box, I know what that does. Sean actually got this like scorpion gun, which looked really cool. I don't know if it was any good or not, but and then I know you can buy perks from that, which was kind of that I understood because you're just buying perks. But if you died, you lost your perks over time. Like the longer you stayed, like not like dead, but like
Right.
I mean, if you're dead, then you're just dead. But like when you get downed, you lose perks like one at a time, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, so that was interesting. And then everyone also has like a super and an ability, and it was just a lot to take in. And like there were different enemies, and like you had like challenges you had to complete, and then you had to go back to like the middle of the map to complete the challenges. We did like the gladiator arena map for those wondering, which was really cool. But yeah, it was interesting. And then after that, we played Ultimate Chicken Horse and ruined our friendship. So
Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Have you never played or heard of that game?
No.
Okay,
what is this?
It's great. We need to play it next time like Cole's in town, which is Thanksgiving. So clear your schedule.
Okay, I'll clear my schedule.
Yeah, so Ultimate Chicken Horse is basically it's a platformer. It's 2D. This is Metacritic review. No. So it's basically like you have a start and a finish, and basically you just want to make sure that you can get from start to finish. But the trick is there's usually like a gap or something between the start and finish, and if you just fall in the gap, then you die, and then that means you don't get points. So at the beginning of every round, you're given a box of objects, and each player can take one object and then place that somewhere on the map. So like you could get like wooden planks to use as platforms, or you can get hazardous things like spikes or whatever. And there's all different kinds of things in the game, and you basically your goal is to create a path for you to get across that will also screw up other players or get them killed. So that way they can't get across, because if everyone or no one gets to the goal each round, no one gets points. So you want to make sure at least one person dies. And some people just like jump off the map because like they missed the platform or something. So like that way you don't have to worry about it. There's no time
I'd be
limit.
terrible at this game.
It was freaking hilarious. Sean was getting so mad. He's probably going to comment something. Hi, Sean. He's probably going to comment something about this, but yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so me and Cole were like just like laughing so much at Sean's like misery.
That's hilarious.
There are these one objects called black holes, and basically like if you get too close to them, they'll suck you in and kill you. But they can also mess up other objects. So like there's like this paper airplane launcher, and if you ride the paper airplane, you could just like ride straight across the gap basically. So I would always put like the black hole like where the paper plane like flies, so you couldn't use them because they would just get sucked up in the black hole. But yeah, so that was fun. And then we did Jack in the Box Party Pack. So like
I think I've done that.
Like Fibbage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You
guys did that.
We did the third party pack. There's apparently like 6 of them now or something like that.
Interesting.
That was fun. We played a game called like Fake on It or something like that. I don't remember. Hold on, let me Google it real quick. Jack Box Party Pack Fake It. Oh, it's just called Faking It. Okay. Basically, like the idea is you choose like different game modes or whatever, and each player is given like the same question to answer, except for one person who is not given anything. They're just told to try and blend in.
Interesting.
And each like game mode, you have to do different things, like point to someone, like whoever the question applies to, or raise your hand or keep your hand down if it applies to you or whatever. Make
so it's like heads up 7-Up.
Make a face based on X situation, and then there was numbers. So it was like between pick a number between 0 and 10 and hold that many fingers up or whatever. So the fun part about that is like you don't know what the person who's the faker doesn't know what the question is. So they have to try and decide, okay, do I want to like raise my hand, or how many fingers do I want to hold up, or what face do I want to make, or whatever. And some of them were really funny because like some of them like it's hard to tell because you don't know like, okay, which one of us is the faker. The question could be like, who owns a car? And everyone just raises their hand. So you're like, okay, we don't know who the faker is. Other ones are really obvious, like who has like, a face tattoo or something. Like raise your hand if you have a face tattoo. And like no one would raise their hand except for like maybe the faker. And then like they would know right away, like, oh, that's the faker because he doesn't have a face tattoo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that was a fun game. But yeah, that's pretty much all we did. We watched Coldplay Blackout, which I don't know about you, but like watching people who killed you in Blackout is just really fun.
Wait, what do you mean? Like watching them kill you?
No, so we were watching, me and Sean were watching Cole. Well, I was watching Cole because Sean fell asleep. But I was watching Coldplay Blackout. He got to 66th place, so he didn't do too hot.
Jeez.
Dang,
Cole, what are you doing?
He got two-tapped by a shotgun. That's why.
Rip.
Yeah.
Phil Winter's lie.
But so we were following him for a bit, and then he actually went kind of far, maybe like the 40s, and then he died. So that at that point it's like, okay, we've been avenged, sort of. Let's keep like spectating this guy. So we kept spectating him, and he got all the way to like the last, like the top 5, I think, and then the guy who killed him, he somehow managed to get to top 2, and I don't think he actually ended up winning. But like he had such a huge advantage at the end because like he saw the last guy, and this was down to like the smallest zone possible, and like he laid some good shots into the dude, but then the dude threw a smoke grenade and he completely lost track of him, even though like I guess from our perspective we could see where he was. I was like, dude, he's over there in the smoke to your left, and like he obviously he can't hear me, and then he died. So.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like pretty fun to watch and stuff. I need to try it out. I definitely think I'll be better at it than other battle royale modes. So yeah, it'll be interesting. So a few comments.
All right.
One, zombies. Back to that real quick. Zombies has come a long way since the original. It's crazy now. It's actually pretty fun if you get invested, I think. There's like people that just play zombies, so it's pretty crazy. And I know they said they had a max wave like on a simulation, and it was like wave 2000 something, or like 200. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. But they said they like had a soft cap or something. It was kind of interesting that I read about. So that was the zombie comment. Second comment. What was the other one? It was about Blackout, I feel like. Oh, so the other guy that I was watching, the streamer, he told me that according to like Call of Duty or whatever, they're apparently, because remember we were talking about this, they're apparently planning to release a battle royale mode in every Call of Duty from now on instead of the campaign. Yeah, so it's gonna just be a new battle royale. So that will be interesting. I don't know how that'll play out. I feel like the old battle royales of Call of Duty will probably like be better than some, so then people might still play them. If that makes any sense.
Oh man, this just in, I pulled up Twitch just to see where PUBG was in relation to like Fortnite and Blackout. Spoilers, it's 3, 6, 9, 10th on the browser list, and
Jeez.
Fortnite and Call of Duty are 1 and 2 respectively. And then a little further down at the 20, wait, no, hold on, 12, 13, 16, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 27th slot is Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories.
What?
It's like an old Game Boy game. I guess the dude, there's like basically one dude streaming it with like 5,500 viewers. And
that's hilarious.
It's like I guess it's an old Game Boy game, but like he must be using like an emulator or something. But The graphics are so bad.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I just thought that was something funny to point out.
Yeah, no, that is funny. It's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how the whole battle royale every year is gonna be, but I know that this one's really popular. But yeah, I wish I could have came to Cole's, but I was at a wedding.
Yeah, excuses.
Who else was there? Was it just you and Sean?
It was me, Sean, and Schnee, and then Schnee left at like
7:30 in the evening.
Yeah, something like that. No, he left like maybe 30 minutes after I got there because Black Ops wasn't working, and then he was tired. So
okay,
that was his excuse.
Well, yeah, I wish I could have done that, but I'll definitely be hanging out with the Cole later.
Thanksgiving, bro.
Thanksgiving time. So yeah, I should be free to hang out with you guys then, which would be nice.
I'm excited to play that Jackbox Party Pack with more people.
Yeah,
I definitely recommend that if you have a lot of people you can play with, or even like Ultimate Chicken Horse. I think that's only
Fibbage
4
is
players, but yeah, Fibbage is great. All of the Jack Party Pack games are pretty good,
those games, I freaking love those games. Cole always has like the best party games. And did you see the other podcaster, Ben?
No, he's still at school.
That's hilarious. And Allie, Bobby, or whatever her name is. Bobby, whatever her name is, his girlfriend. That's not his girlfriend.
No, I don't know.
What's his name? It's like Abby something. Abby. Yeah, it's like Abby Babby or something. Sean calls her like something weird.
I don't know.
It's so funny.
I'm sure Sean will leave a comment.
Yeah, I know, right? So question I was gonna ask you about. Well, for side note, guys, it's my birthday today, so happy birthday, me. Just want to go and throw that out there. I'm 26. That means I have seniority over Joe.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks.
I didn't get you anything, but thanks for giving me the rent money.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime.
Thanks for giving me something on your birthday.
No problem, dude. Anytime. Well, so question then, because thinking of Cole made me think of this topic that ends friendships and triggers people back in the day, but it's not really like relevant now because like they don't make many games with this anymore, or people
Mario
don't
Party.
do this anymore.
Mario Kart.
No. So
sorry.
No, that
Monopoly.
Mario Kart. I get triggered over Mario Kart, but no, it's that actually rivals FIFA probably. Racing games. Racing games probably trigger me about the same amount as FIFA. But so okay, do you know the old infamous screen peeking of split screen?
Of course.
Yeah. So I just want your opinion on it because it's funny because now games like they don't really make split screen games anymore because like the Call of Duty game. I'm assuming you guys were like. Well, you guys were like playing on two different Xboxes, right?
Right.
Yeah, and you were trying to do like because they only let you split screen one person. And you can't split screen like 4 people, right?
I guess
like,
so. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Call of Duty used to be like I mean, you can do private matches now still and do split screen, but people don't really do it anymore. I guess because people just play with their friends and they don't want to go over to each other's houses. I guess, but like I just remember. Screen peeking in games was like literally like the ending of friendships. I feel like I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
Well,
did you ever screen peek, Joe?
Of course, all the time.
Yeah, same.
I mean, never. That does remind me of one of the games that Cole has. That's like sort of like a party multiplayer game. It's actually like based on screen peeking, and that's the whole point of it. It's like a
what is it called? I remember playing that
screen peeking game.
Nice description.
It's Screen Cheat. That's it.
I think I remember playing that.
Yeah, so that's really clever because they're like, okay, well, we're gonna make a game where you have to screen look or screen peek, to like win basically. So I saw that on like his list of like games we could play. But I mean, like, I don't know. Back in the day, like when it was a thing, like it was kind of annoying, especially like if you're losing, because it's like you could just basically get camped the whole time. Like even if like you're on the other side of the map, people are basically camping you because they know where you are by screen looking. But I mean, nowadays it's just sort of like whatever. Like even if people do it, it doesn't bother me. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same with me. I don't know. It was kind of funny because I used to kill people even when they did screen peek sometimes, and it was like funny. But at the same time, it's like really hard not to screen peek. But I remember like seeing people's pictures of people, and they'd have those like sheets over like the TV, and you'd have like one person like underneath. Is like really funny. I was like, this is interesting.
Yeah. I will say that like sometimes I could use it to my advantage. Like I would just like sort of act like I was doing one thing or looking one way, and it's like surprise motherfucker, you know, and be like and then get them. But yeah, I definitely screen peeked a good bit back in my day.
Yeah, gun game. I feel like playing on Call of Duty was like the biggest screen peeking because you had one like or
I never
gun game
screen peeked on gun game.
Oh, one in the chamber. Sorry, my bad. One in the chamber was some classic Call of Duty right there.
I definitely screen peeked on the James Bond games.
Oh, like Nightfire and
yeah,
GoldenEye?
like Nightfire, yeah.
Wow, scumbag.
Mostly when it was really only when I had like a sniper or which I like never used, or when I had like the guided rocket launcher. Because I needed to know where people were. So, you know, got a screen peek. So I can,
oh my gosh.
So this way I can guide the rocket.
Scumbag. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
God, freaking James Bond Nightfire is so much fun.
Yeah, I also had an agent under fire, and I made Brennan beat the game for me because I was too stressed out to beat the game. That was before I played like shooting games and what was it called? Like story, like campaign games. I would just play sports games when I was younger, like really young. I literally had like every Madden and NCAA football game from like 2000 to 2006. And when I met Brennan in middle school, I started branching out and flourishing my wings as a butterfly, and it became a beautiful butterfly. And we started playing. So we started with James Bond, Agent Under Fire. And that game was really fun because you get like a golden Desert Eagle, and it was like freaking amazing. And then we started playing Sly Cooper. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I never played it, but yeah.
Yeah, we played that, and then what was that one game? I'm trying to remember the one game that we could not literally like 100%. I can't remember the name of it now, but we started branching out, so that was good. And then we started playing Call of Duty 3, which was amazing. And that's really what got me into the Call of Duty game. And then Sean got Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1 beta on PC. And it was like, we were just blown away. Like, those games were so fun when we were younger.
Yeah.
Like, gosh, the nostalgia is so real. Sorry, I'm just like on memory
lane
right now.
It's funny because like that's actually like triggering memories for me too. Like, Sean, like at Sean's old house, like being up in his bonus room, like with a giant beanbag and stuff.
Oh my gosh, he still has that too.
I know. It's just funny to me how like things like that trigger memories like that. Yeah, I don't. Beanbag. I never played Sly Cooper. I never played Agent Under Fire. I remember the James Bond games though, and I played them a lot in college. Like, because my roommate Derek had Nightfire, and like pretty much every Friday night we'd get the boys together, freaking load up multiplayer, just do like 4-player multiplayer Nightfire like every Friday night for like 4 hours straight. It was great.
Gosh. And I remember playing Cool Borders on like N64 in this like jet ski racing game or something. It was like terrible. When I was in like 3rd grade. No, but Cool Borders was sick on PlayStation. But so what was I going to tell you? Agent Under Fire, or not Agent Under Fire, Nightfire. I remember playing it at Sean's house, I think, like well after it was made. Like, I mean, we were probably high school or something, or maybe college. And I was like, I literally felt like I was running around with a Minecraft character. That's how it felt. Like the graphics. I was like, I can't believe I once thought this game was so amazing. Like, it's just like,
I know. It's so funny, like looking back at older games. Like, dude, when PS3 came out and you're like, oh my God, look at how realistic those graphics are. Now, like, you look at it and it's like, dude, his clothes are glued to his body. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, it's bad.
Insane. I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, it messes with my mind and it's crazy. And I just recently watched The Matrix this weekend.
Oh, wow.
First time I've ever seen The Matrix, which is
really
crazy. Yeah, I've seen so many movies, but I just never watched it. And it just like changed my perspective. Like, I mean, we're in the Matrix, man. No, but anyways, like I don't know. It's funny how our minds work because like it's the same with like when you see old footage from like a sporting event, it looks so old, but then like when you watched it, it wasn't that old. I don't know, it didn't look like that. But like video game, it's so true. Like I remember PlayStation 1, I was like, wow, these graphics are amazing. And then like I got a PlayStation 2 and I was like, holy crap, like these graphics are so good. And then I looked at PlayStation 1, I was like, wow, that's some poop sticks. And then like PlayStation 3 came out and I was like, holy crap, this is ridiculous.
This changes everything.
I know. And then I looked at PlayStation 2, I was like, what is this? This is like poop on a stick. And then like PlayStation 4 came out and I was like, good Lord. And I had like, I literally, it's like that meme where the brain gets like more evolved.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm really curious to see if like when like PlayStation 5 and Xbox 2 or whatever come out, I'm really curious to see if like
Xbox 2, if
the graphic like upgrade is like, will give that same effect for the PS4 again. Like, dude, PS4 graphics suck. What the heck, man? Like,
no, that's what I'm saying.
If you
like,
look at games like games like Witcher 3 or Metal Gear Solid 5 or like Spider-Man or Batman Arkham Knight or like any of those like really well done games, like those graphics are really good. So I'm curious if like PS5 is just gonna be like super realistic and just be like poop all over PlayStation 4, be like, oh man, I never knew what I saw in those old graphics.
Yo, yeah, it's almost like, dude, I don't know. I feel like, so we kind of talked about it a little bit, I think last podcast, but it's kind of crazy because at some point, like obviously the technology is evolving when it comes. So if we talked about like the highest end stuff, like, right, like computers, right?
Yeah.
So with FPS, right, frames per second.
Yep.
So there's like a certain point where the naked eye can't actually like tell a difference in FPS. So it's like if you're running your speed like 600 FPS, like you can't tell. Like I don't know what the threshold is, but I know there's like a threshold. I think it's like 120 or like something like that.
It's the same with like resolution too. Like you can like you can tell like if you look at like 720 versus like 4K, you can tell the difference. But like if you're just looking at 4K, like you can't really tell. That it's like 4K, you're just like, oh yeah, that's just really good resolution or whatever. There's a threshold with that too. I don't know what it is, but
yeah. So it's like at some point, I feel like unless video games literally look like real life, which is I don't even know. I
don't think they ever will.
Yeah, I don't think they can. I don't know if that's possible because that's literally like another dimension. I think right?
Eventually they could. I think maybe even like now maybe they could, but they never will just because like it would just the point of video games is like the immersion and getting out of life sort of like that's part of the point of them, and it's an escape from life. So like you wouldn't like want to be like, all right, time to like take a load off from work and play this really realistic work simulator, like
work simulator, dude, work simulator 2018 job simulator.
Yeah. That's a VR. Yeah, it's really fun.
That would be freaking hilarious. Oh my gosh. That's great. Actually, we should make a game. That would be amazing. Because they have like freaking farm simulator and like goat simulator and like all this other stuff.
What I love is like every year they put out a new farming simulator.
I know, that's what I'm saying, dude. Job simulator? Are you kidding me? That'd be amazing.
That one's more, it's not like realistic. It's like cartoony and stuff. And it's just fun though.
Yeah, but yeah, like back, so like to the point though, it's like, but I just feel like when it comes to video game graphics, it's gonna get to the point where like you're not gonna see a difference really. Like even with like PC,
they can only get so good, and then it sort of like plateaus.
Like I look at Sean's computer, right, and he has like a good graphics. Same with yours, right? Yeah. Like, but it's like when I look at it, like I can tell a difference. But if that was like the difference that I'm looking at with a new system, like it doesn't seem like that's that great. I just think the only thing that's going to change is like the processing speed when it comes to like that's literally like what they're going to have to do, and like they're going to give it more gimmicks and like gadgets and stuff probably, but it's like I don't honestly think that the graphics are going to change much cuz it's like I don't know. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, the only thing next gen will bring maybe like slightly better graphics, but then definitely more like processing power, more speed. So that way it can sort of compete with like current gen PCs. And that way it also lets developers make like bigger and better worlds and stuff in their games. Cause like, Fallout 76 pretty big, but like on a PC, I feel like on a PC, like a pretty good PC, it could probably be like twice as big and run fine. Whereas like PS4, it kind of has to be that like size. Same with like Xbox One or whatever. But yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that in a second. But side note, real quick. So Destiny is free on PC.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Sean told you because he got it for free.
He did, yeah.
So I told him you might pick it up since it's free.
I already picked it up. I just have to install it, but I'm probably not going to install it. I don't know if I will play it at all because it's just vanilla Destiny 2. Right.
Exactly. You'd have to buy the expansions.
Yeah, I would have to buy Forsaken, which now comes with the previous expansions. That being said, it's still like what, $40-$60 for Forsaken, something like that.
It's like 40.
Yeah, so maybe I'll wait for it to go on sale and then maybe I'll pick it up, but I would still have to basically start from scratch, and I don't know if I want to do that because I haven't even played my second character on PlayStation 4 yet. So
that's what I told Sean. I said you might, but I said at the same time when Black Armory and stuff comes out, you'll probably play it some in the other ones, and it's Destiny 3 will probably come out on PC, or it'll come out that would probably be the next one that we would get on PC just to actually play, because we've already invested so much time on PS4. There's really no point, because realistically, you would probably not end up playing with Sean much on PC because Sean probably won't play it a lot because there's a lot of other games right now. So it's but I just wanted to let you know in case you didn't know. But so I feel like you should tell the audience about your Fallout experience in case anyone is interested. Joe, if I had Fallout 76.
I don't know why exactly people are so triggered by Fallout 76. I think it's great. It's pretty much Fallout 4. Slightly better graphics engine, dynamic weather, which is cool. And there's no human NPCs or anything. They're just robots and notes and holotapes that you find to get quests and stuff. But I mean it's still Fallout. There's tons of stuff to do, tons of random junk and loot to find. And it's even better when you play with friends. I think a lot of people might be playing by themselves instead of with friends. And that's, I think, what they're not getting. Because, me, Sean, and Trevor played pretty much the whole beta this week whenever we were physically, able to. I couldn't the first day because it uninstalled it for me for whatever reason.
RIP.
But luckily, I got to play from 2 to 11, the next beta wave, which was Thursday. Yeah. And then yesterday, I got to play, but it kept disconnecting me from the server. And I was also streaming that, so I don't know if it was OBS or what, because I changed my bitrate, and every time Fallout disconnected me, OBS would crash. So I don't know if it had something to do with that. I don't know.
Might be
but today I didn't stream, and it worked totally fine for the whole 7 hours that it was up. But yeah, so it's freaking awesome. There's a lot to do. You can very easily run into the late game content without trying to. If you guys want to check out my stream, I have I archived the whole stream that I did on Thursday, the 10-hour one or whatever it is. The stream itself was only 4 hours because I only recorded the last half, but but we ran into some level 50 monsters when we were only level 8. So that was fun. But then we also ran into a bunch. We found some late game content as well, I guess quests you could call them. I won't give it away, but yeah, if you just want to go to my Twitch, you can see. Basically, the last 45 minutes of that stream is where it all starts to kick off. But yeah, I don't know why people are so mad. It's just a lot of fun. If you actually stop to pay attention to the notes that you pick up or listen to the holotapes that you find, some of them are actually really funny. So there's a creature called the Mega Sloth. And it's that thing in the trailer that they show you. It's that gigantic sloth thing. And
hence the Mega Sloth.
Me and Sean were doing this mission today, and we found a holotape from this dude named Isaac, and he's apparently the creator of the Mega Sloths, basically.
Oh my gosh.
He's talking to them he's no, don't worry, my precious. No one will hurt you. You are precious to me, and all. He's basically a mix between like Mr. Rogers and Gollum, but like
That's creepy.
But his precious are sloths.
That's so weird.
It was freaking hilarious and creepy, and it's just like, well, now we know where those came from. So like, there's a lot of lore and stuff like that.
So are people like, are they still like ranting about stuff?
Yeah,
like
Sean said, like he got on Reddit after the beta ended tonight, and he said the first comment he saw was like a negative one.
Yeah, I feel like the whole Reddit page was I don't know, like
I think most negativity is towards the quote unquote empty feeling in the world, because there's no like NPCs, which I do kind of agree with. Like it does feel sort of weird that there's like just no other humans or like
right.
smart ghouls or super mutants or whatever. It's just robots like Mr. Handy or whatever, and then like holotapes. There's and then the other complaint is like the, I guess, technical side of it. Like, oh my god, I have like a 1080 Ti graphics card, and this thing like gives me like frame drops and everything. I don't think that's for like them specifically. I think it's just like, well, okay, they're using like a 10-year-old game engine. You're using like one of the newest like graphics cards. And while I don't think that's necessarily the cause, I think that might have something to do with it. But also, like,
right.
It's a beta. They even said straight out, like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of bugs and stuff in the game. There's not really ultra wide support. That's another thing. Like Sean and Trevor have ultra wide monitors, and they have to sort of like play with the screen stretched, which is kind of weird. But like, other than that, like the game runs fine.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think people are just complaining like it's a 10-year-old engine. It shouldn't look like Fallout 4, even though Fallout 4 was what, a 7-year-old engine or whatever. Like,
yeah,
it's still the same engine. I don't know. Like, it's Bethesda's, like, it's their style. Like, what do you want? Freaking
yeah,
Witcher
I mean, that's
3?
what
Like,
Bethesda
get outta
does.
here.
Yeah, no, right. Bethesda makes games that are half finished and people just mod it. Make
Yeah,
it better.
pretty much.
It's like hilarious.
But yeah, so I think that's mainly the two things, just like the emptiness feeling, and then like just technical things, which are either because of bugs from the beta, which they said outright there would be bugs, or just, like you're trying to use new hardware on old software, I guess. It's sort of like if I tried to play, it's like if I got an iPhone 10 and like wanted to use iOS 8 or something on it,
Right.
It probably wouldn't work very well.
Yeah, so I gotta tell you. So the only question I was wondering, so do you know like kind of what the end game is supposed like what the end game is in a sense, if that makes sense? Like what's like the kind of the end goal of, do you guys know?
So there are end game monsters. The highest we saw were the scorched beasts, which are basically giant mutated bats that have like it's like what you saw on the stream. They have like a sonic like blast that they shoot out of their mouth, and it freaking wrecks you. They're level 50. That's the highest level I ever saw. Sean said there isn't a level cap, so I don't know if enemies will actually go higher than that. But I only got as far as level 17, maybe 18. I think it was 17. But I know one thing with the end game is there's the nuke silos you can use. And when you use a nuke, it blows up whatever's there, and it leaves the area like radiated, and that's where you get a lot of like end game like loot and stuff like that, like powerful drops. So I'd imagine there'd be even stronger enemies there. But I don't know specifically like what the end game is. I'm hoping that they do have a sort of end game like sort of like not like section, but activity, I guess is the word. Sort of like a raid in Destiny, but it doesn't have to necessarily be a raid. Just like something you can do that's like fun and challenging, but you can do it like over and over and it's fine.
Right.
Like you won't get bored of it. Because like right now we're having fun just like going around doing quests, looting, and like discovering things and exploring. But we don't have a goal necessarily. Like I guess our goal is just to level up so we can use these cool guns that we keep finding. So then we can kill things and do more quests and kill more things and get more loot and then level up to use that new loot that we just found. So that's sort of like the cycle, but then at some point that cycle is going to get boring. So like there needs to be something that we need to do.
Right. That's what I was kind of wondering because I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
what their plan is for that. But I wasn't sure.
I don't know how far people have gotten. I can't imagine they've gotten higher than level 30. Maybe 35, but like
yeah, I don't know how someone could get that high. You guys pretty much played the whole time.
Well, we also like just goofed off a lot and like just went around killing things or exploring. If you just focus on grinding out quests, then you'll like level up pretty quickly. Like today I spent half of today just exploring and like being over encumbered because I have too much junk. But yeah, I don't know what the end game is. I do hope there is some sort of end game like activity to do. And if there isn't right away, maybe they could just, add one in with like an update in the future. I don't know. I just hope they like update the game as like it like, lives on. Because otherwise, if they're just like, all right, here you go, we launched it, and all right, let's just forget about that game and go to this next one over here. Fallout 77. Let's start working on that, So.
Yeah. No, I was just kind of curious, like, because I wasn't sure, like, because it's like they made Fallout 4 was like, not multiplayer, so you leveled your character up. It was an RPG, all this other stuff. So that was the point. Yeah. But it's like with this, it's like, I guess that's the point, but there's no like quests like in Fallout 4 for the most part.
There's no main story. I mean, like when you get out of the vault, you get a quest to find your overseer, who's probably like dead or something, because you just leave like following holotape trails basically. But other than that, there's no main story because it's literally just like, okay, you guys are the first like vault dwellers to ever leave the vault ever. Because the game apparently only takes place like 25 years after the bombs fall, something like that. So, like, you're not like the lone wanderer or whatever, from like Fallout 4 and 3 and stuff like that. So,
interesting. Okay, well, so you would recommend it though to people if they have friends to play with.
Yeah, definitely play with friends. I had fun by myself, just like exploring, because like there's a lot of cool areas. Like there are some areas where like you can't go unless like you have a gas mask on or you have this on or whatever. I found this really cool swamp like mutated. I don't know what they were. I called them lobsters because that's what they looked like, and they were like level like 33, and I was like level 15. So it took me a while to kill them, but I did, and I got some cool loot. I made some steaks out of their meat. But yeah, there's just a lot of cool like things to do. There was one quest today that we did, and it was like this. We found like this basement, and in it was this quest to take this special syringer, which is a type of gun. It shoots like needles basically, and it injects people with whatever's in the syringe. And this syringer's ammo injected animals with like a serum that let them talk. So we had to go collect data on different animals. So like basically you would find an animal, shoot it, and listen to it talk for 30 seconds. And it was funny because it was the same voice actor for all the animals, even though there were like 9 different animals like the 3 of us had to do. So like I had a cat, and it was like, no, get away. You're scary. Leave me alone. I want to live. And don't you want to get bored of me, of like killing me or whatever? And then like I had to kill a fox. The fox, same thing, same like voice actors, like, you can't catch me. I'm a fox. I'm crafty. I'm like tricky or whatever. And then I had to do a wild mongrel, which is like a dog, but it's like mutated. And the dog was like, grr, I'm scary. I'm gonna kill you. Rah rah rah. It's just,
oh my god.
It was complete opposite. Like each animal had like a different personality, but it was just funny. But yeah, so there's like a lot of little things like that in the game that are really fun. But like I said, like playing with friends is a big plus. And even if you don't have friends like necessarily like next to you, because like I was exploring by myself.
I'm just kidding.
Like Sean and Trevor were still in the same game and same world as me, but I was just off by myself on like the other side of the world. But But like I was still talking to them in Discord and stuff, and hearing them say like, "Oh my god, we found like a freaking Cyclops robot! Like what the heck? Oh my god!" But yeah, so
yeah, well, you guys got to check out the stream. We're gonna do like stream highlights because there was some funny stuff from this past week. I think that we should use in highlights. But that leads me to say, so what was a cool thing that happened? Because we're gonna probably wrap up the stream here once we do our Metacritic reviews, our stream, our podcast. I'm so used to streaming lately, but so what was a cool thing that happened to you?
I got to play
I'm
Fallout
assuming
76.
it's from Okay, so Fallout 76.
Just like all of it, yeah.
Yeah. Any specifics any last thing you want to say?
There's a lot. I mean, I don't really want to give it away in case anyone does want to check out the stream highlight on my stream, twitch.tv/JoeTheJoe99. But like just us, like at low level, like level 8, running into like the end game content was
so
hilarious because we were
I was in the Discord when that happened.
We were not prepared at all, and it was just hilarious. And like, yeah, and then like the very end of the, like when we're crying because the server's going down or whatever, that was funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and all the pictures. Okay, we gotta definitely throw a graphic up of Sean's character called Shady Sheridan.
Yeah.
Literally looks like Count Olaf from the series Unfortunate Events. So we will definitely throw that up there because they took some nice screenshots, especially without their pants on, and that was interesting.
Yeah.
But no, okay, I gotcha. Well, mine was kind of a sucky one, but well, it was good. I had some good games in Call of Duty, so that was fun. But the thing I remember was I was playing Destiny 2 this week because they had the patch come out and where exotics were...
Forsaken specific exotics were more likely to drop.
Yeah, more likely to drop and less duplicates. Less exotic duplication throughout all the exotic pool.
Yep.
So first, let's see, what happened before that? I feel like there was something that happened right before that. But anyways, first exotic that dropped for me was the only Forsaken exotic gauntlets that I have on my hunter. I got a duplicate. Yep. And I was like, literally, I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, this is ridiculous. Then I got Prometheus lens, which was cool because I didn't have that.
But it's not even Forsaken, so it's like...
I know, but I didn't mind too much. But I was like, that's cool, though. Gun. But I was like, are you serious? I was like, literally any other exotic, and you give me... And it's supposed to give you... Wait. Yeah, it's supposed to give you armor more than weapons, apparently. That's what I've heard. So, but that was kind of frustrating, but it's all good. It is it wasn't too big of a deal, but we've reached our Metacritic end session review.
All right.
It's Joe's turn this time, and I think I have a few good ones. I was trying to find some like funny ones, so you might get some of these. You probably will, but we're just gonna see.
Let's see.
So I have 4 possibly, but I'm definitely just doing 3. But I'm trying to choose which ones out of 4. But
all right.
Which one I'm not gonna do. Okay, here's the first one. Okay. So just get a recap, guys. Last week I did amazing. I'm really good at this game now. And
last week's were kind of easy though.
Yeah, they were. I will admit, but I'm good. I'm good now, so I should be able to get every single one from now on.
Yeah,
but
totally.
So first one is an 88 on Metascore. Okay. It is an action adventure.
Okay.
Open world. And summary is write your own epic story and become a legendary hero. Forge your destiny in a world on the brink of tearing itself apart. Influence how history unfolds in an ever-changing world shaped by your choices. That's the summary, but the features of the game, you get to choose your path, fight epic battles, and become legendary, pretty much. So It's rated M for mature.
M for mom, okay.
It got a 5.0 user score, but an 88 meta score.
And what systems is it on?
It's on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
Okay. And can you tell me the developer or no?
No, it'll give it away.
Okay.
But I will say that is I can't say that. No, it'll give it away.
What was the genres again?
Action adventure open world. No online multiplayer.
I want to say like Dynasty Warriors, but I don't think that's it.
It came out this month. Or, sorry, October.
October.
I definitely left a few words out of the description just because I can't say them.
October? What the heck?
Yep, October 2nd.
October 2nd is when it came. What the heck came out in October? Read the description again.
Write your own epic story and become a legendary hero. Forge your destiny in a world on the brink of tearing itself apart. Influence how history unfolds in an ever-changing world shaped by your choices. I think you're going to be kicking yourself if you don't get this.
I don't want to give up because like it sounds so obvious.
Yeah, I have to be very careful about what I say because it'll give it away. So I've been trying to tiptoe. I literally changed one word in the description to a dumber word of what it was, because if I said the word, you would know what it was. And I left out one other word in the description summary. And then the features, I can only say 3 of the features.
Yeah,
so,
what were the features again?
So features are a legendary hero. So embark on your journey from outcast to legendary hero. Choose your path. Your choices shape the world around you. Play in a living world that constantly reacts to your every decision. Fight epic battles. Charge into epic clashes. In battles pitting 150 versus 150 against each other. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's really all the features. That's 3 of the 5 features. The other ones I can't say.
Wait, what was that battles thing? 150 v 150? What?
Yeah, it puts 150 AI versus 150 AI pretty much against each other in epic battles. Sounds like a game I feel like you'd want to play, and you're gonna be like, "What is this?" And like you know it, the game, but you're gonna be like, "Wow, this game actually sounds really cool."
October 2nd,
yeah, very recent,
right?
literally a month ago, pretty much.
The heck came out in October? Is this it? I don't know. So I wish you didn't tell me that feature thing, because like the battle, because now it's throwing me off, because now I don't know, but I don't know if there's a feature, but is it Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is.
Mother freaking. God dang, dude.
That was hard.
I didn't know you could do that in the new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, you can sail the Aegean Sea as well, and you can recruit crew members and customize your ship and explore the battle your way on the open seas. That's another thing.
Interesting.
This game actually sounds really cool.
Yeah, it does, but it's Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed. So
yeah, I've heard it's like the best one. Yeah, it's true.
But you say look at the user score 5.0, you know.
No, I know. So I was actually looking, and I want to read the 0 real quick.
Yeah, read the review.
There's a 0, and it says, it's by Death Crit. That's his name. What should I say about this game? This game have huge map, which is good for exploration. Odyssey is good as Spartan console game, not a AAA game. This game has nothing to do with the Assassin's Creed except the name, and people think this game is good because of the reviewers who keep misleading the gamers and sucking the big company's balls by giving 9.5 out of 10 on a game that lost its identity. Some reviewers are just ignorant game nerds. The awful truth is this game is so bad that it will take your CPU to the ICU from overheating. This game will make your $800 1080 Ti suffer and barely hit 58 FPS on 1080p, 45 FPS on 1440p, and 35 FPS on 2K, 28 FPS on 4K.
Dang.
Numbers don't lie. Ubisoft, we don't care about how much you lie about your game and how much you mislead the gamers to buy your trash. So let me put this in good words. I need an i7 8700K and a 1080 Ti SLI to have good performance. In the end, I want to say I don't get high hopes in Ubisoft or Ubi shocked. Dude, I feel like there was no constructive criticism in that, but I don't know.
No, there was. He said make it run better.
I mean, pretty much. He just can't come. He can't actually.
He doesn't speak English.
Exactly.
Or he's just so mad he just can't English right now.
Yeah, but so that was I feel like a good one. So you got that one.
I'm so glad I got that because like, The battle thing threw me off though. I was like, I've never heard of that in the game, so I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
Well, the beginning was like embrace on an epic odyssey, and I couldn't say that. So I said like story.
yeah, that definitely would have given it away. I'd be like,
Yeah, and if I would have said
Ubisoft,
and I was gonna say it was a AAA producer, and I didn't want to say that.
the first thing that came to mind was like Red Dead 2, but then you're like, it came out in October. And I'm like, okay, it's not Red Dead, so.
Yeah. Okay, this next one's gonna be funny.
Oh boy.
I've got a almost less than 60 word summary for you.
Great.
You should be able to somewhat. You're gonna have to get the name of this.
Just read it.
Okay, it's a 50 Metascore.
Oh boy.
No user score.
Oh god.
It is the summary. Feel the adrenaline rush of landing a trophy largemouth bass and the thrill of fighting cute carp and monster pike. That's the summary.
Heck? Is it like bass fishing like 2018 or something?
No.
Pro bass
Close.
shop or something?
It's rated E for everyone. It's not rated E10, so 10-year-olds aren't allowed because I guess they kill
So
fish.
everyone's allowed. Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. That is everyone's allowed.
Yeah. So obviously it's a fishing game.
Right, exactly. And I picked this because we talked about pseudo this in the podcast just recently, like today.
Pseudo this?
Like the title, it has a title that we were kind of talking about. God. Like about 20 minutes ago. We were talking about I can't say it now because I don't. You mean it is a fishing game, but I want to see if you can get the actual thing.
Fishing Simulator Cthulhu Edition.
Oh, dang it! Just close. It's Fishing Sim World.
Sim World.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll give that to you.
Okay.
That was pretty because that's hard because I wanted you to guess the exact thing. But Fishing Sim World. The reason I looked that up is
fishing simulator.
Oh yeah, because we were talking about Job Simulator and Farming Simulator.
Okay, I see now.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny. I thought you'd think that was hilarious. Like,
My God.
Oh gosh, it's so PlayStation Universe gave it a 30.
It sounds terrible.
Okay, last one. Oh my
All right.
gosh, I don't think I can do this one because it has the word in it like 400. Oh wait, okay.
What about the other one that you had?
No, I got this. I'm gonna do this one. This one's just gonna be great. I think.
Right. I hate you.
Okay, this is a Metascore of 41.
Oh wow.
A user of 5.0.
Ouch.
Summary: a new multiplayer console racing game. Blank. Select a racer from one of your favorite Nickelodeon series, including SpongeBob, Patrick.
Nicktoons Racing.
No, not necessarily. Hold on.
Including
SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy from SpongeBob SquarePants, Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What the heck?
Arnold and Helga from Hey Arnold, and Angelica, Tommy, and Reptar from Rugrats. Race your friends in up to 4-player local multiplayer, or 4-player local multiplayer, or check out the Battle Arena for a variety of challenges. This is developed by Game Mill Entertainment. If you didn't get it, it's a racing arcade automobile game. It's rated E for everyone. You were close, but that was not the name of the game, so I can't give it to you. So you have to guess some more.
Freaking like.
It's a recent release.
Well, obviously it's recent. They have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's not Nicktoons. Is it? So it's not like Nicktoons Racing 2, right?
No. It's not that.
Okay. Because I played that on Game Boy, Nicktoons Racing.
That's why I got this, because I feel like you would maybe know
I never
this.
beat it, though. I never found out who the mystery racer was. I'm going to have to Google that after this. Oh,
my God.
Freaking, like, Nickelodeon racing. Let's see. It's Nicktoons racing. So that's not it. So maybe it's like... What's a good... What would they name it? If I was a Nickelodeon...
I'll read these features real quick.
It's not going to help.
It might... Okay, I will.
I already know it's a Nicktoons, like...
It might actually give you the exact... You're pretty
all right,
close, but
all right.
I'm not going to read it now because I don't want to... I want you to miss.
No, I want you to read it now.
Awesome co-op and local multiplayer for non-stop action for the entire family will love. Customizable carts with multiple power-ups and special attacks. Slime overload. You'll have turning you carts into slime overload will have you turning your carts into jet ski racers.
Interesting.
Team-based co-op multiplayer. Players can perform devastating fused attack for tons of fun. I think this should be rated T for teen. Let's be real. Or T for toddler.
Frickin' Nickelodeon cart.
And keep going.
What do you mean?
No, like you almost have it.
Oh, what? Huh?
I thought you were guessing the name.
Yeah, I was. Well, I said Nickelodeon cart, like Mario Kart, but he said
So
that's
keep
wrong,
going.
so.
Okay. So should I just not give this to you because you're really close? I said like keep going with the name. You're not like you have like you're right there. You just have to finish the last word.
Nicktoons cart.
No, it's Nickelodeon Kart Racers.
Oh, yeah,
I was trying to tell you that you got like 2 of the words right. So I was trying to help you out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So I probably won't give that one to you.
Nicktoons Nickelodeon kart racing.
No, it's Nickelodeon Kart Racers.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So we'll give you 2 out of 3 on that one. That was tough.
What the
I
heck?
thought Assassin's Creed was gonna be easier. But I don't know. That got you, which was interesting.
Yeah.
So my other game I was gonna choose was Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, I would have got that. Read the description.
I would have to use a lot of stuff. But Blank steps out from the shadow of his brother, Blank. And in the gloomy shadows of a very haunted house in this, his first ever starring role, armed with a blank and a customized vacuum cleaner.
Okay, yeah, I totally got it.
Yeah, that would have been hard. So
Should've
that's why I
said
didn't do
that
that
one.
Nah, dude. There's a guy who reviewed it called Greedy Wario Man. Interesting.
Okay, well now I want to freaking Google who the mystery racer was in Nicktoons Racing.
Well, guys, that's going to end our podcast. So Joe will Google this here in a second. But
going to.
Yeah. So Joe's 2 out of 3, so he's still beating me, I believe. I think he's 7 out of 9, and or you're like 8 out of 9, and I'm like 4 out of like 6 or something like that. So yeah. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. So we appreciate it. This one was more of a talk about all the new stuff we've been doing, and a little bit of other things like split screens and stuff. And tell us any stories you guys have of you peeking over people's screens, and if you got any fights, and any new games that you're going to be picking up and playing, and what your feedback is as well. But Joe, what do you want to say? You should let people know about our streaming channels too if they want to watch.
I think it was Plankton. It was Plankton,
gosh.
yeah. Oh my
Plankton.
God! After all these years, I was losing to Plankton the whole time.
Oh my God!
What do you know? All right, so Nicktoons Racing, the mystery rider, spoilers alert, is Plankton.
Oh my God!
Which apparently he says like there's dialogue in the game, like yeah, I guess if you pass him, he says, "Come back here, you swine," and like obviously Plankton would say that. So yeah, that makes so much sense now. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So whatever Adam just said, and then also make sure to follow us on our Twitch accounts, twitch.tv/JoeTheJoe99, the most important one, and then twitch.tv/BrawWeGotThis, the less important one. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh,
they're both important. But yeah, you can check out the Fallout 76 highlight on my channel if you want. If you did enjoy this podcast, also like and subscribe to our Facebook, or not Facebook, or our Facebook too, I guess. We don't post there anymore, but our YouTube channel is what I meant to say. Dude, okay, I didn't eat dinner. I'm a little like brain dead right now. And I'm just like baffled that it was Plankton the whole time. My God. Yeah, so until next time, guys, thank you guys for tuning into this week's podcast, episode 5. Always remember to have faith, be great, and we'll see you guys next time.
Like that. Out. Joe, you should really eat some dinner.
I know.